What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the FN Studios. I'm your host, John Ramdeen, alongside Robert Thomas, who will be in action this Friday night as Glory 27 goes down at the Sears Center Arena. It is a middleweight tournament, four-man tournament. The winner will get a crack at the middleweight championship down the road. That means 2 fights in one night. Your first opponent, Wayne Barrett, very athletic, very explosive. First things first, how did you get yourself involved in this sport?
When I was 14 years old, there was just a local gym, and my buddy, his cousin, trained there. So he brought the two of us there, and I just fell in love with it, and I've been training at the same gym ever since.
When did you realize that I'm actually good at this?
Within 2 months, actually, I fought. So I'd only been training for 2 months, and they sent me to Mexico to fight their national champion. So I was 14 years old in this. It was in a bullfighting stadium, fighting against the Mexican national champion, and then I got beat up, but I went a full 5 rounds. So, after that, I realized, wow, I can do this.
So pain was not an issue for you, getting hurt in combat. It's just part of the job.
Yeah, well, I played hockey and lacrosse throughout, my whole life, so it was just another, combat sport in there.
Crew Chris, Joe Valtellini, good coaches. How important is it that you surround yourself with good people?
Oh, it's great, of course. Joe's been in there. And, he's really taken me under his wing for this training camp and, just showing me the ropes. And with Crew Chris has brought me up from the age of 14 to 23 now. So, he knows exactly how to coach me. And the two of them, it takes a team to succeed. And with the two of them working together, that.
You've been in there with some talented individuals in the past, Artem Levin, Joe Schilling. Is it different having to fight 2 fights in one night? You know your first opponent, but you don't know who's coming next. How do you anticipate and how do you come up with a game plan to make sure that you're healthy going into the second fight?
Right now, I'm just focusing on this first fight. I'm taking it 1 fight at a time. All throughout my amateur career, I was fighting in world championship tournaments, fighting in Thailand. I fought in Iran in these big tournaments, WMF and IFMA. So throughout the week, you're fighting, maybe 5 times in 1 week, and you don't know who you're going to be matched up against. So it's just, it's just a little different. It's 2 fights in one night rather than, 5 fights spanned across the week. So,
Wayne Barrett, what are some of the concerns that you have, if any? We've heard many fighters say, actually, I don't care what my opponent brings to the table. I'm going to implement my strategy, and I'm confident that I will emerge victorious.
Yeah, well, we've watched tape of him, and I've seen him fight in person. A few times too. We fought on the same card, but he's got really slick movement, but he doesn't set up his shots. He's just trying to bait you in and land that big counter. So I'm just gonna pick him apart, stay on my feet, and he breaks. He's on a 4-fight losing streak. He's broken and he's gotten TKO'd his last couple fights. And, I'm going to do the same.
We talked to Joe Valtellini about the mental game and being mentally strong. Are there areas that you work on specifically to improve your mental strength?
Just positive affirmations. I'm always writing down and reviewing things in my head, constantly going over it. And, just visualization. And, nobody can break me in there. I've been in there with the best, and I just kept coming at these guys. So,
What, you say you visualize things. What do you visualize?
I'm just going through the entire fight, and and in my mind, I'm seeing my hand being raised at the end, seeing them handing me this big trophy,
How do you deal with pressure? Is there pressure for you?
I don't know. I'm usually I'm just flatlined in there. I don't really feel much pressure. Yeah.
Of course, all the action goes down this Friday night in Chicago. It is Glory 27. The White Dragon will be in action against Wayne Barrett.